Welcome to Words of God. We are going into the Bible. Romans 6, verse 6. Dead to sin, but alive in union with Christ. I repeat. Dead to sin, but alive in union with Christ, the real Christ. What shall we say then? What shall we say then? Should we continue to live in sin so that God's grace will increase? Certainly not. We have died to sin. How then can we go on living in it? For surely you know that when we were baptized into union with Christ, the real Jesus, we were baptized into union with his death by our baptism. Then we were buried with him and shared his death, in order that just as Christ was raised from death by the glorious power of the Father, so also we will live a new life. For since we have become one with him, since we have become one with him in dying as he did, I repeat, in the same way we shall be one with him by being raised to life as he was. And we know that our old being has been put to death with Christ on his cross, in order that the power of the sinful self might be destroyed, so that we should no longer be the slave of sin. For when people die, they are set free from the power of sin. Since we have died with Christ, the real Christ, we believe that we will also live with him. For we know that Christ, the real Christ, has been raised from death and will never die again. I quote, and will never die again. Death will no longer rule over him. I repeat, death will no longer rule over him. And so, because he died, sin has no power over him. And now he lives his life in fellowship with God. In the same way, you are to think of yourself as dead. I repeat, as dead, so far as sin is concerned, but living in fellowship with God through Christ, the real Jesus. Sin must no longer rule in your mortal bodies, so that you obey the desire of your natural self. Nor must you surrender any part of yourself to sin to be used for wicked purposes. Instead, I repeat, instead, give yourselves to God as those who have been brought from death to life, and surrender your whole being to him to be used. I repeat, to be used for righteous purposes. Sin must not be your master, for you do not live on the law, but under God's grace. Amen. God bless you.